So again, so the Graham's iodine crystal violet complexes will bind very tightly to the peptidoglycan in the cell wall, and so since gram-positive cell walls have a lot of peptidoglycan, you get a lot of binding, and then gram-negative cell walls don't have as much, and so we'll move on in a little bit. We'll pick up that thought. So then after 45 seconds to a minute, you're going to hold your slide up and you're going to rinse it thoroughly with water. Alright, and so once it's rinsed off, then you're going to add your mordant or your Graham's iodine. Right, and again, that's going to sit there 45 seconds to a minute. So as I was saying, so the crystal violet Graham's iodine complexes will bind very tightly to the peptidoglycan in the cell wall. So then the next step after the Graham's iodine has sat there for 45 seconds to a minute, we're going to use an ethanol-based decolorizer. So you need to know which bottle is your water and which bottle is your decolorizer. So we'll use the decolorizer for approximately 30 seconds or until it runs off clear. Then we'll rinse with copious amounts of water because we want to make sure that all the ethanol is off so that the decolorization process stops. And the idea is that because the gram-negative cell wall has that lipid outer layer, the ethanol can move easily through that, and it breaks away the crystal violet Graham's iodine complexes that have attached to the small layer of peptidoglycan, whereas the gram-positive cell wall just has many, many layers of peptidoglycan, so it doesn't decolorize as well. So this is the step, though, that most often is messed up. You can either decolorize not long enough or too long and get a false reading. So we're going to start decolorizing, and again, we want to do it until it runs clear or until approximately 30 seconds or until there's no purple running off. So you can see it's already running very clear down at the bottom. So we're going to stop and we're going to pick up our water, and we're going to rinse with copious amounts of water because we want to stop the decolorization process. Alright. Again, you can just lay your slide on the holder. Now you're done with your decolorizer, so you want to set it out of the way so you don't accidentally pick up the wrong bottle. You're going to need your water, so you set it right here. Right, and now we're going to apply our secondary stain, which is the Graham's safranin. Alright. So again, we cover the entire smear with Graham's safranin, and we're going to let it sit there for 45 seconds to a minute. Alright, so again, the idea is that we use our crystal violet and our Graham's iodine. So those complexes should attach to peptidoglycan. When we decolorize, the decolorizer should effectively remove the crystal violet Graham's iodine complexes from gram-negative cell walls, but not from gram-positive cell walls. So then when we use our secondary or counter stain, the Graham's safranin, it will stain gram-negative cell walls, and so gram-negative bacteria will appear red in a Gram stain, and gram-positive bacteria will appear purple because they retain the crystal violet Graham's iodine complexes. So again, after this is set for 45 seconds to a minute, you rinse it thoroughly with water. Alright, and then again, you're going to blot with your bibulous paper. So again, you open the bibulous paper, place your slide in, gently blot it, right, and then it's ready to view under the microscope.